Hi, this is Vikram here from Kylas CRM, and we have already discussed how to set up basic CRM pipelines and jargons. We have also talked about B2B. Today we are going to talk about exciting subject of B2C businesses, right? What businesses are included in B2C are primarily finance, education, healthcare, automotive, anyone who's selling to a consumer directly, even B2C businesses who are trying to sell something of a GMV more than 3,000 to 4,000, where usually a human intervention is required, and also e-com, where basically you can plug it into the platform and drive more sales. So let's get on with it with B2C on how to drive your customers at scale, from acquisition to nurturing to building loyalty with the customers and increasing your LTV with the customers. So the first section is mapping your B2C journey and how to set up your pipelines. So this is the most crucial stage because it's very confusing on how do I set up my CRM for B2C. Primarily you get a lot of data and you are trying to churn that data and convert it. So you can primarily do 2 or 3 go-to-market primarily motions. So one is you have a lot of data, you plug it into a system. Usually finance companies do it. If I want to sell a loan or a wealth product or something like that. Otherwise the acquisition is done through internet and through meta advertising, through aggregators. Primarily what you need to do is if you have a database and you want to do outbound calling and outreach and all these, you should set up a suspect pipeline for that. So you know that you have set up the pipeline to reach out to the customer through different channels. Then you have your prospect pipeline when your customer has warmed up, or your meta lead comes in or your aggregator lead comes in. And if you have 2 separate teams for calling and qualifying the leads and then pushing it to a deal. So you have your prospect pipeline, which is again your lead pipeline. And once the lead qualifies, it goes into the deal pipeline where you actually have your deal stages. Once the customer is converted, you have your retention pipeline where you do retention activities, which is again kind of a lead pipeline and not a deal pipeline. So quickly recapping, we have your suspect pipeline, which is the lead pipeline. You have your prospect, where you are filtering out your leads from different mediums, and then you have your deal pipeline, and then you have your retention pipeline. This is how I would like to set it up. If you have any different ideas, feel free to comment. Keep the dispositions or the stages on the lead and deal very simple for the end user to understand. If you have a pre-sales team which is on a suspect pipeline, you just say new lead. If you are calling out not connected, wrong number, whatever it is, bucket that, or you can just unqualify and put unqualified reasons, and then once it qualifies, you put it into a qualified bucket. You can set up a workflow to convert it to a deal, right? Once you convert it to the deal, that means the lead is qualified and the reporting will follow through. For a deal, obviously depending on what kind of business you are, primarily set up stages accordingly and take the deals forward. So keep the dispositions very, very simple for the salesperson to understand. If you are in wealth, once the lead is qualified, your contact point is done, meeting is done, a quote is sent, customer is interested, he'll move forward. Otherwise you'll lose the customer. If you lose a customer, send it back to the prospect pipeline for nurturing again. If the customer moves ahead and deal is closed, you can move to the payment stage and payment collection stage, and from there once the deal is closed, he moves to the retention pipeline. So you know what next deal you want to do with because if a customer has bought something from you, right, you should focus on bringing in more business through that customer, especially for D2C. You know that these customers have bought from me. So you can tell the story a little differently, ask for feedback and all these things. So the workflows are different. That's why you create a retention pipeline. That is how you should do the initial setup of the system. Very, very important. And let's get to the next stage. So the second and the most important part as a B2C company is marketing, right? So your marketing aggregation or marketing setup has to be perfect. So let's talk about marketing setup now. So primarily we are all well connected as a platform with Meta, with Google. Your leads will flow directly into the platform. Other means of marketing or outreach like email, so you directly integrate with Gmail and Outlook. So if you want to send out emails to your customers or a pipeline. Not only that, we have other email providers like Netcore, SendGrid, MailChimp already integrated into the platform. And if you are a fan of database marketing and outreach, you can set up different pipelines for different GTMs also. Not only that, we are integrated with all the aggregator platforms that are available out there. For example, we are integrated with Just Dial, IndiaMart and all these where you can get your leads from. So all marketing platforms are integrated. You need to set up your marketing properly, so your UTM parameters and tag managers, and they will flow seamlessly into the platform. Not only that, your lead capture forms can be custom built. So your UTM parameters and tag managers even can be passed in through the forms directly to the system. That allows you to report on marketing at a full funnel level, right? So very, very powerful. If you're a travel hospitality company, you can connect with OTA platforms like Make My Trip, Booking.com to manage reservation and lead seamlessly. For D2C, very, very important, we come integrated with Shopify out of the box. Also with Amazon, Flipkart, we can do easy integrations. So the customer data is flowing directly into Kylas and you can nurture it with different things. Automatically tag, segment, aggregator leads, so you can compare their performance and you can bring in cost parameters also. Before setting up marketing, very, very important to write a detailed marketing plan and your forward-looking metrics so you can track your cost accordingly, right? So what is your cost per lead, cost per qualified lead, your cost per walk-in or demo or whatever it is, right? Important to track the cost metrics by different channels, which you can do very, very well in the system. If your target is clearly tracked, you can set up your goals in the system very well too. Now let's assume your marketing campaigns are going to go live. So what's the next most important thing you will need, right? You need to track the whole thing and understand if your campaigns are working well, if your salespeople are working well, if your targets are being met. So reporting is the most important part in the whole thing after this. So let's quickly go through how to build reports and dashboards from here on. So we have a very powerful multi-dimensional reporting platform. We also have a segmentation platform. You can also jump from a report to leads directly to kind of check in detail what is going on with your leads or your deals, which is very, very powerful. So you can check daily lead inflows versus what's happening with every source, cost matrix against it, conversion ratio across channels, what is converting better, is the cost, because sometimes data can be very misleading, right? You can have a lower CPL but a very high conversion cost, and a channel can deliver a lot of unqualified leads. Against that, you can get a lead at a higher cost, but it might convert faster. So basically, you can do your forecasting and lead pipeline based on different channels and put your quotas and goals against each channel, right? So we also have target versus achieved, which is goal setting, which is very, very important. So you can do goal setting by channel for your marketing. You can do goal setting for the sales team, so they can complete their quota well. Kind of the Kanban view also works like a report, so they get a visual view of what they are doing. So you all in the marketing platform, you get email marketing reports, you get WhatsApp marketing reports if you are sending bulk email and WhatsApp, and obviously the multidimensional reporting again gives you a very detailed report. For example, if you want to report by a channel, by creative and by people, you can do that, right? I'm just giving you a small example here. Not only that, in reporting, if you need advanced reporting on BI platform, we seamlessly integrate with Power BI and Looker Studio and Mixpanel and all these analytics tools. So main difference that you need to understand what any CRM can do for you as a report is an aggregate report, not a timeline based report. So if you need timeline based reporting, you need to integrate with a BI platform, because the CRM doesn't save timeline snapshot of what's happening with the lead, right? So it will give you what stage is the lead at today. So timeline reports, you need a BI platform. Aggregate reports, CRM will give you fantastic reporting. So now let's assume you have your marketing ongoing, you're getting your reports. Now the next big thing that you're moving to is your sales productivity, right? So how good is so business can derive efficiency from two things. One is marketing efficiency, how cheaply I can acquire a client and bring him into a funnel. And the second part is human efficiency. If my one person sells more deals and more quota, kind of the business becomes more and more profitable. So let's talk about sales efficiency and how to set it up. The most important thing we have done is you have a Kanban view. So your sales team gets a quick snapshot of how this pipeline is moving, right? Not only that, he gets an AI assistant to help him or nudge him throughout the process. So here is where we have kicked in a lot of AI to help a salesperson achieve better on his quota and on his deals. So all meetings can be recorded. So goal setting kind of helps him understand where he is on his goal. So he can check his daily reports and understand if he's doing well, if he's short of it. The Kanban will give him how to move his pipeline. Not only that, he can quickly add notes and it can already convert it into tasks and meetings for him. He doesn't need to go and manually start creating. AI will do it for him. Secondly, all the meeting recordings will give him sentiment analysis, transcript. Your MOMs will already come into your notes, so you can quickly send out the next email. So email writing can also be done through AI. It will take context of the previous email and quickly kind of generate emails with you. That gives you a lot of speed, right, for your salesperson. We are also bringing in a recommendation engine soon, so it will also start nudging you on which leads to follow up with. We have lead scoring based on AI and lead scoring based on the scoring engine. So the salesperson kind of understands the signals well on which leads are doing well and moving ahead and which leads are dropping off. Any leads dropping off can be kind of nudged again through a different team and moved ahead, or maybe you can do some other strategies there. So a salesperson can understand how his customer is doing through scoring. Secondly, he can automate a lot of things, his tasks, his meetings through AI. He can write emails through AI. He can get coached through sentiment analysis. A manager can understand which team member needs more coaching, is following the script or not following the script. So very, very powerful tool for salespeople and can increase the salesperson efficiency a lot. So now let's get to the point where you have a pipeline build up and you need to nurture, engage and close the pipeline, right? Your all leads are not the same. Buying intent is not the same. Kylas has got very powerful nurturing engine with AI-based lead scoring kind of inbuilt into it. So for nurturing, you need all the channels kind of integrated. So we can do nurturing across email, WhatsApp, remarketing. The system also connects to Facebook and Meta. So you can do remarketing with ads or remarketing through your social boost. Very, very important, right? Because my cost of reach drops. And you can do message sequencing also. So your creative sequencing is also possible. Your message sequencing is also possible. For nurturing, most important point, get your story right first. Create good content, write the complete storyboard, implement it on a workflow. If I am saying this on WhatsApp, if they respond, what do I say? What's the next email? What's the next ad they see? And all these things can be sequenced very, very well. Not only that, we have a very powerful smart list tool. So we can segment data and do bulk emails on them, bulk WhatsApp on them quickly and get a report. It's part of our marketing tool. So nurturing is built in extremely strongly into Kylas. What the scoring tool also allows you to do is understand the customer intent very clearly. So you can give more time to the customer who's interested and less time to the customer who's not responding. So you can find out or set the score based on if he's picking up your phone, if he's answering your email. You can do a positive scoring, else you do negative scoring. The LLM also can give a score based on the sentiment, the call analysis, and you start understanding better what are the changes you need to do and how do you nurture better. You also will know what messaging and content is giving you more traction, so you can implement and run A/B test and implement it across a bigger cohort, right? For e-com guys, very, very important, you don't need a different CDP or a customer data platform or automation platform. You can, like a MoEngage, and all these WebEngage. Your CRM is fully equipped to handle all customer journeys within the platform. If you want to do advanced sequencing, you can connect with an N8N engine and you can do a much better job than any CDP can do for you and get full reporting on top of it. So the difference between a good sales call and a bad sales call can mean a conversion difference of almost 50%, right? So Kylas has a very powerful telephony system built in, and the most important part is it can work through an IVR. It can record your calls. It can also work on your mobile, where if it's an Android mobile, will still log and track your calls. It can also record your offline meetings with Kylas Echo. So very, very interesting scenarios. We tried to cover all scenarios when it comes to a sales pitch. We are building our own dialer also. So you can set up smart list quickly and put it on a dialer and track the efficiency. All sentiment analysis will come back. Who needs more poaching, who's converting better, rating the sales people, and all these features are there. So very powerful telephony platform built on top of the platform. Not only that, each another CPaaS layer with emails and WhatsApp and all are already there on the platform. So hope you like the tutorial. We hope you get your business going with Kylas, and happy selling.